Hello ladies and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Katie, Katie McQuaig, and I am a unique presenter. I've been doing this since August and I am actually having the time of my life, and I've been getting so many questions about my routine and what do I do because my skin looks so clear and dewy and healthy and less wrinkles. So I wanted to sort of start off my first day of my YouTube channel, or my first post, and I wanted to talk a little tiny bit about skin that's more mature. So over 40, I'm 56, and I used to do makeup all the time. I spent hours and hours in the bathroom before I would even step foot out of the house. Then I had kids and got a full-time job, and yeah, stopped doing it. A little bit of mascara, maybe a little lipstick, and out I went. And then about 6 or 8 months ago, actually almost a year ago, a friend of mine started selling Younique, and I was watching her videos on Facebook and her tutorials, and I loved her skin. I loved what she did. So I bought a kit, and I was just gonna be what they call a kitnapper. I was just gonna sort of start doing makeup again. But I loved the product so much, and I loved the results that I was getting, that I wanted to share it with everybody, everybody that I met. Because for me, makeup isn't about making yourself beautiful, it's really about enhancing what's already there. And when you have a mature skin, sometimes that's a little harder. So I wanted to share a couple of the Royalty line products, which is our skincare products. I didn't start using these right away. I was sort of playing around with what I got in the kit, and then I sort of expanded out. So this time of the year, your house is dry, you might have a humidifier going, outside it's so cold, your skin is dry. I use the Uplift Beauty Serum first thing in the morning. It's just an oil. I put a couple of drops on my 3 fingers, just like that. I rub my fingers together, and I just put it all over my face. Now, some days it feels really dry. My face feels incredibly dry. And then I add in the Renewing Day Cream. I'm not going to do that today because I want to show you a little bit of a quick trick that I use when I'm trying to get my makeup on, and I want to get out of the house relatively quick. But it's a nice way to just have some coverage, but looking very natural, not a whole bunch of makeup. You're just sort of covering up a little bit of the blemishes, but some of your freckles and spots are still going to come through, and those are the things that make you beautiful and make you you, so you don't want to completely cover them up. So the next thing that I just put on under my eyes is our Instant Uplifting, and again, you just need a drop. I use these 2 fingers, my 2 ring fingers, and just gently dab them under my eyes. I'm just letting that sort of soak in a little before I get, it's always really warm when I do these videos because my desk, of course, is over a heating vent. So it dries up my skin and it gives me a tickle in my throat, and then I start coughing halfway through the video. So we're going to try to get through this without too much. So the next thing that I'm using, instead of putting a moisturizer on, I'm using the BB Flawless, which is a tinted moisturizer. This is a multi-use, multi-purpose miracle cream. And I'm going to create a bit of a concoction. So I just put a line of it there, just dab a little bit. And again, it's not too much. I'm using the color Cream. It comes in several colors. So you pick the color that you're the most comfortable with, and if you need some help, shoot me a message on Facebook, text me, make a comment under the YouTube video, and I will get in touch with you. So I've just made 2 little lines there. I forgot my primer, which is a mature, well, it's anybody's best friend. It holds your makeup in place. It sort of fills in those lines and protects your pores and holds your makeup in place for the whole day. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to dampen my sponge with a little bit of rose water. And you dampen because you want to have, you don't want the color. And I've just sort of mixed the two colors together on the bottom of my sponge. And then I'm just going to tap it in to my face. Let it set a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit more concealer. I've used the concealer, I've mixed the two, the BB cream and the concealer together, which the BB cream gives you some very light coverage. The concealer gives you just that little bit extra, but not to the point where you're completely covering up sort of your little beauty spots. So as you can see, I have a couple of freckles on my face. They're still showing through a little bit, but I have a nice smooth color. Oh, got a little bit of makeup in my eye. This video isn't going as great as I'd hoped, but it's going to be wonderful for you. So I don't feel like I have a whole bunch of makeup on. I have a nice smooth color now, sort of evened out. I've brought it down a little bit on my throat, and if I was wearing a V-neck, I would dab just a little bit in here, because you don't want to have that mask look. You want to have a little bit of you want to have everything evened off. You don't want to have this sort of line right here that looks like your face is gonna break off or the mask is really covered. So we've put on the the Touch Glorious Face Primer, which is gonna hold your face. Everything's just gonna hold to it. Then I put on the BB Flawless mixed with the concealer. These two products mixed together into a little concoction on the back of my hand. And now I could put them on separately, and I will put a little bit more of the concealer on under my eyes just to make sure that I don't have any lines, or sorry, black shadows. But I also, what I like to do is I like to, I use just the tiny little blending bud, but it also gives me a little bit of a highlight on that part of my face. So it's kind of a sneaky way to do a little tiny bit of contouring. Now, we sell our blending buds, and if you want to buy our blending buds, you get two little ones together, and these are great. They have this little tip on the end so that you can just get it mixed in right there in the tip of your corner. I actually bought mine at from Quo at Shoppers Drug Mart. They were a little cheaper, and it was a set because it was Christmas time of 3. So I got the big one and 2 little ones all together. But you guys can, you know, if it's more convenient to order from me through Younique, I'm happy to take your order. However, if you want to save some money, just go into your Shoppers Drug Mart and grab the blending buds. Everybody sort of has a different name from them. They're sponges is really what they are. I dampen them because I use the rose water, which is a toner that I also spray on my face right after I get out of the shower. But I use the rose water because it smells nice, but it's helping with my product as well when I put it on. You could use just a little bit of water. So once I've got all that on, I'm going to take our Beachfront bronzing gel, and this is what I've been using as my, let's see if I can get, so I can show you. Can you see that there's sort of two sides of it? There's a matte side and a sparkly side. I mix the two together and then put them on. I don't, but you could if you wanted a little bit more matte. So I'm just sort of creating a little bit of contouring. I'm really just sort of using it where the sun would hit my face, and I'm going to blend it in. But I want to give myself that sort of a little tiny bit of contouring, not the same as if I was, you know, grabbing all our one of our contouring kits and really sort of 3 colors and cutting in and all of those things. But you want to sort of, like I said, you want to just sort of give yourself a little bit of color where the sun would normally hit it. And then I use, and I have to tell you, this is my favorite color, but when you see it, it's really dark, our Mood Struck blusher. Isn't that gorgeous? It's the color Stunning, and it is stunning, But our colors are very pigmented, so you really just need to tap. You can always tap off the excess. Little tiny bit, just right on the on my the apple of my cheek. Little circle, and then I just, again, I'm just putting a little bit of color where the sun would hit, and giving myself that sort of healthy glow with a little tiny bit of color. And then I take one of our big puffy brushes, and I take our Behold translucent setting powder, and as you can see, it comes in a little tiny tub, not big, but it has a little mesh, so that when I'm gathering it up or putting some on the brush, I'm not getting this huge cloud. And now really all I'm doing is just sort of setting my makeup a little bit, but I'm also buffing the color so that I'm getting a nice healthy sort of look, the tiny little bit of contour, and there. I have a nice sort of healthy glow to my face. I might add a little bit of highlighter just because I want to, because I want to sort of spark some of, just sort of have the light play nice where I want it in my face. Now, like I said, this is a nice, easy look for those of us that are over 40, over 50. You're going out for the day. Maybe you're going to go babysit your granddaughter, which is what I'm going to do. Maybe you're heading out to do some grocery shopping, so you don't feel like you need a ton of makeup. Maybe it's just around the house, and I'm going to use a cream eyeshadow in the color Hopeful. It's just a pale pink, has a little tiny bit of gloss. Our cream shadows, you don't need a lot, and all I'm doing is just giving myself a little bit of shine around my eyes. That's it. This is a great sort of transition color. If you were going to put on a whole bunch of makeup, I'm going to do a little bit of blending, but first I'm just going to get the color on. And I'm going to use, I love using these cream shadows. I'm sort of pressing and pulling all at the same time. And you don't want to pull hard on your eyelids, ever. You just want to get lots of the color on. So this is just really, I'm just doing this just to give my eyes a bit of a finished look. That's it. Nothing too spectacular. I'm not going to, create a smoky eye. I'm not going to add any other depth to my eye. I'm just sort of giving it a finished look. So I'm just using a really light pink. It's called Hopeful. But we have lots of different colors in our cream shadows, and you can get deals if you buy 3. It's you save a little bit of money. So that's it. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of liner in a blue because I absolutely love it. You want to have a really sharp pencil. This color is actually called Polar. And I'm just giving myself a tiny little wing. And how I create the wing is I just go a little bit off the top of the edge of my eye so that the line looks like it should be there in terms of where my eye is. And it just sort of adds a little tiny bit of color. Nothing too fantastic, nothing too crazy. I finish it off with our Epic mascara because it is epic. Many people who have heard of Younique before have heard of our 2-step mascara, the 3D mascara. And although I love it, it gives your eyes a real pop. This is really my favorite mascara. This is my everyday go-to. The bristles, the brush is tapered on the end. There are 2 lengths of bristles, long and short, which really helps you to grab every single lash. It lengthens, curls, adds sort of fullness. When I'm doing a full eye makeup, I often use 2 coats, but today I'm just using 1 because, like I said, this is just a simple, quick makeup look. Just to start off my YouTube channel. I want to grow it. That's one of my goals for this year, is to grow my YouTube channel. So there you go. There's my eyes finished. Just a little bit of hopeful. I used a blue pencil, but you can use whatever color you want. And now I'm going to show you this really cool trick. This is our exfoliating lip. Or lip exfoliator, I think they call it. Has a bit of grit, just like any exfoliator. I just give my lips a really nice rub. It takes off all the dry skins. I have to tell you that since I've been doing this every day, I have not had chapped lips this winter. It is amazing. I give it a little bit of a rub just to take some of the grit off. The next thing I take is our lip pencil in the color Plush. Again, you want a very sharp, and I'm going to overdraw. And what overdraw your lips means is that if you pull your lips tight like that, you will see where the pink starts. Not where the redness of your lips are, but where the pink starts. And you want to put that in there so that you get a really nice full looking lip. I then add a little color here in the corners. Again, it's all about making a nice full lip. And then I take one of our lip bonbons. These things are magical. They're basically chapstick that's tinted. They taste nice, they smell nice. They're not mentholated or anything. Now you see I've used the color Raspberry Cheesecake. And now I'm just gonna blend them all together. I have a nice nude, pale look. It's not a bold lip, but is it ever nice? And my lips feel great. They're conditioned, they're protected from the wind and the cold. They're very neutral. We have lots of different colors of this lip bonbon. I love this color for me. There is another color, it's more of a purpley color that I wear when I want to give it a little bit more color. You can pop one of our lip glosses on top and give yourself, so this color is called, I don't know my glasses on, that's how you can tell I'm over 50. This color is called Red Velvet Cake, and it is just a little bit more purpley color. And again, you could do the exact same thing. You're gonna get a very neutral lip. It's well conditioned. You can pop on a little extra throughout the day if you want. And it just looks wonderful. So there's most of everything finished. Now I'm gonna just quickly pop on a little bit of our eye gel, or eyebrow gel. Just gonna give my eyebrows, just get all the hairs hanging down in the right direction, or laying down, not hanging down. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Just a tiny, tiny bit of color. So again, don't want a really heavy makeup look. I just want my eyebrows to sort of frame my face. So what do you think, ladies? Nice simple look for a cold winter day. You're running out to do some errands. Nothing crazy about that. It took me 20 minutes from start to finish. Thank you for joining me on my first day, and I hope you enjoy it. Comment below, like, share my videos, subscribe to my channel. Those are all the things that are gonna help me grow my business and grow my channel. Pop onto my website, www.beautybykate.ca. All the products that I've used today are on my website. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. I answer as quick as I can, usually in an hour. If you have me as a friend on Facebook, shoot me a message and tell me what you thought. Thanks for joining me and have a wonderful day.